Hi, welcome back to Confessions from Angels. I am gonna try. I'm gonna try to get through this in under 15 minutes, so we can keep this on IGTV for you. I think I'm carrying off the same energy as my last reading. I pulled my traditional tarot deck, and I think you're gonna like the outcome. So let's get into this. So the first row, of course, is all about the direction that you're going. So we have the Strength card sitting next to the High Priestess in reverse, sitting next to our Death card, sitting next to the Four of Cups. And by the way, that seems to be how I pull cards today, in groups, which is great because it really ties everything together. We have a lot of confirmation and a lot of healing going on. I'm really, really loving the energy from everyone in the collective lately. Everybody seems to have it together finally, and we're so happy to be here to help you and guide you along the way. So you're being rewarded from the universe, but we have a little warning for you. So the Strength card is talking about inner strength, right? And patience, overcoming self-defeating matters. Now remember that, because we're going to come back to that. It's sitting next to the High Priestess in reverse, which is all about a deceitful female, actually. And this really kind of upset me a little bit. So it's saying that, if this were in the workplace or even in your personal life, be careful of who you trust. There's a deceitful female, and to trust your intuition. If something feels off, it most likely is. But this card also indicates, that you're feeling very desirable and you've got a lot of options still, but you're questioning people's motives. Well, that's good, because this card also says somebody is being deceitful. All right, but I love that you're questioning people's motives. That means you're using that inner strength and you're overcoming self-defeating matters, and you're not just falling for karmics anymore. And I love that. I just thought that was beautiful. This card also indicates emotional outbursts and high sexual tension. Sitting next to a card that's talking about inner strength, I love it. And it's sitting next to the Death card. Now, the Death card is actually sitting next to the Four of Cups, too. So we've got a double meaning for this Death card. And look at that. Both of my crosses are pointing towards it. And my creativity crystal, this is a crystal for creativity, is literally sitting on it. And that's not the way I intended it, but it ended up that way. And it's sitting next to something saying, hey, be careful at work. Someone is not keeping you in the loop on something, and they're being deceitful. Okay, so this Death card is indicating that you're holding on to something or relationship that's no longer working, and you know that you're clinging on to old patterns. Now remember that word clingy, because it's going to show up again here with the Queen of Pentacles, and it's sitting right under a card that's like you're clinging on to old patterns. So and it's stopping you from moving forward. And it's also about an increased sense of self-awareness, sitting next to a card that's all about inner strength. So I'm kind of digging that. And it's sitting next to the Four of Cups, which is all about a time of stagnation and dissatisfaction and boredom and self-absorption. But it's also about putting an end to all of those things too. And it's sitting right next to a card that's all about ending cycles and divine intervention. This is a major arcana, by the way. This is not, and so is the Strength card too. So these are life altering cards, the inner strength and the Death card. And again, it's about spirituality. We see the purple, we see the white rose, and that signifies purification, and the white horse is about freedom. So I love that. I always love that about our Death card. But it's sitting next to our King of Wands. So sometimes I like this guy and sometimes I don't. Because he's rash, and he gets himself into trouble. But I like that this is showing up for your career, and this also indicates financial gains, success, and professionally positive results. Love it. This is definitely male energy. And believe it or not, in the definition of this card, this depicts a lighter haired male, literally a literal person in your life. This is about someone who's wise, who's open, protective, positive, and supportive of you. But he also has an adventurous side. That's that rash side, but it's sitting above a card talking about inner strength, and that sitting next to a card that says that you're still desirable, and there's a deceitful female. So, yeah, there's always a little warning behind our messages. But ladies, if you're waiting on this guy, this light-haired person, he's not ready yet. He's still enjoying, I don't know if it's single life, but definitely exploration and adventure. So you don't want to be that one night stand or that one night year or that one night month. And I just hit 5 minutes and 55 seconds, which is about positive change. Love it. Because it is sitting next to our star card, and our star card is all about hope and peace and feeling inspired and being blessed by the universe. Well, that means you must have done something right. You must have held on to that inner strength, all right? Because the universe is going to bless you, and it's sitting next to a card saying that you're going to have some financial gains and your hard work is going to pay off. Love it. This is also about balance, and about good health. So the balance is about physical and emotional. So physically, yeah, so if you had some kind of health concern, it's definitely about that. But if we're talking about positive test results, it could be somebody's pregnant, okay? But I did indicate earlier that if somebody was waiting for some type of test result, especially if it was STI, STD, or even cancer related, it was indicating that that should come back negative for you. So I was happy to hear that. This card is also about truth, because she's naked, the naked truth, and peace of mind. Love it. But, we're going to climb these next ones together. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles sitting next to the World, that's all about life lessons. Sitting next to the Ten of Pentacles, about your money that you have. It's either an inheritance, old money, your bank accounts, could be insurance papers. This is your future, all right? Sitting next to a card about temporary financial loss, sitting next to a Tower moment. So this kind of tells me what's going on. And this is kitty corner to this deceptive female, and this is female energy as well. Yeah, so this is about somebody who, again, is not really clingy, but she's kind of holding on to something a little too much. Because in a good light, she can be loving and sensual and fertile and intuitive. But again, there's that fertile sound. But she's afraid of change. All right, so she's hanging on to you too tight, sitting next to a card that's all about being too clingy and holding on to things. Well, I hope you're holding on to your money, because that treasure chest indicates that you're going to have a temporary loss, or you may have already had that, sitting right above someone that's, too afraid to change, and it's stopping your goals, or did stop your goals. So, yeah, I think this was in your recent past, because, this is about learning lessons from the past, not, hanging on to somebody who's too clingy, who's afraid of change, who's codependent, sitting above a card that's like, hey, it's time to end that cycle. It's no longer serving you. Sitting next to, money loss that was yours, and you're like, oh my gosh. But again, Tower moments are just that. They're quick, they're fast, they're about not having something on solid ground, but you can rebuild and change things, and don't do it again, because the universe is supporting you on this, and you know this. this. You're already starting to see the fruits of your labor. And the energy is definitely lighter. We've been doing a lot of work as light workers in the background to clear out negative energy for you. And I think a lot of you are sensing it, feeling it, and experiencing it. And that makes me so happy because that's why I'm here. All right, so I'm going to give you some good news now. It's sitting next to the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, which is all about, hey, I'm getting myself up, I'm brushing myself off, let's rebuild, okay? Yeah, you're now the contractor. And this card, I love it. It's all about ambition and growth and focusing on what you want to achieve and making it happen. And this card says, you better believe I am. I know what I want. I know who I want. And I'm going for it full throttle. Love it. And it's sitting next to our Three of Wands. Now, this guy, he's all about travel and freedom and having a good vantage point to see everything. And I love that now you've got the foresight. Now you're planning. And what happens when that happens? You move forward, you grow, you've got expansion, and your hard work pays off. And let's hope so, because it's sitting next above the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about wealth and abundance, sitting above a card that says, hey, you're going to have some financial success and some positive results. Sitting next to our Queen of Cups. Now, this threw me for a loop because this is about Cancerian or water signs. It could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And it's sitting next to a card all about heartbreak and third-party situations, although this card could have a positive spin on it, but not when it's sitting next to the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, which is all about, sitting up late at night. We have that owl who's wise, and we do have this Queen of Cups who's about, somebody that's kind and affectionate and supportive. And this Queen of Cups, she's your rock, and she's going to give you some good advice. And she's also going to be a good listener because she wants to be there for you. This is a very good supportive person to have in your life. So this was really kind of, at first I thought it was your outcome because I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The Three of Swords is the outcome. Sitting next to, third-party situations, I'm like, no, don't revert back to your old ways. Please don't. But I think really what this represents is that you're sitting back at night and you're reflecting a little bit. This guy talks about self-reflection here, and I just think that you're still thinking things through at night about the heartache, about the third-party situations, and maybe hurting this Queen of Cups. I think that's sincerely about what it's about. Or this one's about incompatibilities and disagreements, and we've got water energy here. This could be a Pisces, this could be a Scorpio or a Cancer. And, you just felt defeated and, regrets. There's a lot of regret here, and it's about heartbreak and third-party situations. It's keeping you up at night. All right, but I'm going to give you some good news. Look at what's sitting behind you. Look at what's sitting in front of you. You've got two cups sitting right there. There is light at the end of the tunnel because your outcome card was the Ace of Cups. The Holy Grail, fulfillment on every level. You went through your phases. I love that one song. I think it's by Survivor called The Search is Over. Listen to that song. I love it. I love what it has to say. And that's what this Ace of Cups is all about, going through phases and finally ending up exactly where you need to be on an emotional level. And you're getting on that Knight of Cups. It's all about positivity and invitations to love. And your outcome is that Ace of Cups, that Holy Grail of emotional fulfillment. I love it. All right, because no more of this. We're seeing less and less of that energy, and I'm loving it. So your outcome is amazing. I grabbed my sexy duck. It's Valentine's Day week. Why wouldn't I? This is about pleasant surprises. This card is about pleasant surprises as well. You have two confirming cards about something amazing is going to happen. You're going to have a passion that you've been looking for, but it's telling you don't rush it. I don't know if that fruit is ripe yet. Is that supposed to be a lemon? Why is it green? Is it not ripe? Don't take it before it's ready. Let them heal, but don't take too much time. Don't take too much time, but yet heal. Love it. All right, so I really hope that resonated. I thought it was a beautiful reading, and I'm going to farewell here. And thank you so much for listening. Love and light. Have a great night. Bye.